Hey guys, my name's Doug with Infotainment.com. Today we're in the 2019 Ram truck, the new body. Today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your base model analog cluster with the premium digital cluster, which is found in a lot of the Bighorns, Laramies, the Longhorns, and the Limiteds. So basically what you need to do is you need to pull out your center stack here, which gives you the ability to pop out a few little panels, as well as the bezel around your cluster. Doing so is not very difficult, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it now. All right, as I mentioned, the first thing we're going to want to do is remove this center stack here. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the liner first. But beneath the liner is two screws. They're either Phillips head or two T15 Torx screws. Once you have those screws out, this whole thing here will just pop out of place. It's just held in with retaining clips at this point. So you can either grab a hold of it and pull it out, or you can use a dash pry tool to come in here around the perimeter and remove it. In this particular case, I'm just gonna pop it out. Now at this point, you can disconnect all the connectors, but basically the only reason why we're pulling out the center stack is to remove these two parts here. So you don't have to pull out all the connectors. You can just kind of have it laying off to the side. Make sure you put a little towel or something here, because sometimes you can mar up this side of the dash. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it to get it out of the way. All right, the first thing we're gonna do now that the center stack has been removed is we're just gonna pop out this panel here. Set it off to the side. Then we can come in here, grab a hold of the cluster bezel here. And then once we get to the point where we kind of pull off on the bottom here, what you're gonna wanna do is use a dash pry tool and just get in to pop it down. So on the back side here, you'll notice these go up and these go in. So once you pop out the bottom, pull down on the top, and this little thing will pop right out. You can set that aside. You can now pop this out, set it off. This little trim piece over here, this just pops off. Now that gives you access to the 7mm bolts. So we'll go ahead and get those. All right, so what we're gonna do now that we have those two 7mm bolts removed, go ahead and pull our steering column down and just pull back on this. You notice it's just kind of nice and loose now. On the bottom of the cluster here in each corner, you'll notice two more 7mm screws down here and two 7mm screws up here. So we'll get after those now. All right, now that the screws are out, we can go ahead and remove our cluster. As you spin it around, there's only one connector. So just push the tab in and pull the connector out. We can set this aside. All right, now we're ready to install our new digital cluster with the nice big screen here in the middle. It's plug and play, guys. It's all pre-programmed here by Infotainment.com. We're gonna plug in the connector here, same one that was in the previous cluster. We're going to go ahead and set it into place. And we're basically just in reverse. We're going to reinstall the 4 screws that hold the cluster in. We're going to reinstall the 2 screws that hold this upper shield in. And then we're just going to pop our panels back on. Now that we have our screws in, we can go ahead and remove our screen protector. And we can go ahead and put our panels back on. Now this panel here, you'll notice it kind of has a little lip on it. You're gonna wanna stick that in first and then pop it into place. It's gonna be the same way on this side as well. Once you go ahead and pop these other ones on, this one has a lip here at the top. So what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you get that in. And it pops into place. Now for the bezel here, you're gonna pop in the bottom first, then you're gonna pull down on the top and just pop that into place. We can now install our center stack. All right, now that we have everything buttoned up and in its place, let's go ahead and start the truck and check it out. We happen to be in a heavy duty diesel right now, hence the 2500 splash screen. But as you can see right away, it just enhances the look and feel of the truck completely, especially at night. The Ram symbol is lit up at night and just looks really cool. But basically, you have your RPM here on the left, the DEF fluid here. As I mentioned, we are in a diesel. So you have your DEF level here, your diesel fuel, and your miles per hour. If you happen to have kilometers per hour, you're located in Canada, we can procure those for you as well. But if you use your steering wheel controls here, you can kind of go up and down. You now have the nice big speedometer display. You can also tell the mileage has been programmed. You have your vehicle info. You scroll down here, you could see your tire pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, oil pressure, boost pressure, considering it's a diesel, particulate filter, oil life, fuel filter, so on and so forth. You just get so many different options here as far as the vehicle's info. So you come down here to fuel economy. Go cycle through that. Come down to trip info. You have your trip A and trip B. Trailer tow, for those of you who have the electronic trailer brake controller, you will see that. It's nice and large here on the screen, a lot better than before. Your audio will show up here. Messages. And the screen setup. This one's pretty cool. I suggest you to come into here. Once you come in, you get in, you can actually change what you want in each different quadrant. You can notice up here is the temperature outside, oil pressure, battery, and your compass. You can come in here and customize it however you want. So you can come into the upper left, let's just say you want the time to show up on the upper left, or the range until you're running out of fuel. You can come through here and adjust it however you want. So really, really cool. As you can see, super easy to install. I mean, this whole process took us, maybe 20 minutes. So just another awesome, easy to install, plug and play upgrade, pre-programmed by Infotainment.com. We do this upgrade and so much more at Infotainment.com, not just for the Ram trucks, but we also focus on Jeep, Ford, General Motors, Toyota, Nissan, you name it. But for the Ram truck specifically, we can do CarPlay upgrades for you, whether you want the 8.4-inch screen with navigation or without. We could even get you to the awesome 12-inch system, which has been critically acclaimed. Awesome system through Uconnect. We could do front and rear parking sensors. How about power folding mirrors? So you can press a button and your tow mirrors will come in and out. or your regular mirrors for that matter. LED headlights, tail lights, LED fog lights, all factory parts. 360 camera, blind spot monitoring, LED lights in your bed. We offer all these factory upgrades for these trucks, including leather seating kits. We'll even show you how to install them. So we do this so much more. Again, come check us out, Infotainment.com. Thanks for watching.